Howdy folks and welcome back to the channel. Today we're diving into the Taihang, hope I got that right, the brand new Tier 9 Pan-Asian premium battleship. This ship brings some serious firepower to the fight with a unique blend of long-range punch and modern flair that set it apart from the rest of the Pan-Asian lineup. One of the Taihang's biggest strengths is her powerful 406mm guns. These hit hard and reload pretty fast, letting you dish out consistent damage whether you're hammering cruisers or chopping away at battleships. But she's not without her weaknesses. Unlike her peers, Taihang lacks a surveillance radar or a hydroacoustic search, which means you'll have to rely more on positioning and allies to spot destroyers and torpedoes sneaking in. However, there is a captain skill that can really help you spot torps sooner. We'll get to that a bit later. So does she deserve a spot in your port, or is she just another steel trap? Might be. Let's break it down. First off, armament firepower. Let's start with what matters most, her guns. Taihang comes armed with 9 406mm main guns in a 3x3 turret configuration. These are accurate and hit like a freight train. And best of all, they come with a surprisingly quick reload, allowing you to keep the pressure on without waiting forever between salvos. Her AP shells are particularly dangerous to broadside cruisers and careless battleships, while her HE is decent enough to start fires when you need to. While she's not the best at deleting DDs with a single shot, if they get spotted and linger too long, she can absolutely punish a DD. Next is survivability and armor. Taihang sits right in the middle of the survivability spectrum. Her armor scheme is solid, but not too tanky, enough to soak up focused fire like that from some brawler battleships out there. She does, however, have a repair party, which helps her in the fight to stay in the fight longer, which is fantastic, which most battleships do, but hers does work quite well. But beware, her citadel is vulnerable. If you show too much broadside, you're going to get smacked. So if you're used to tanky, aggressively plays like a ship at the Kremlin or the Massachusetts, you might want to dial it back and play her at mid to long range. Now, mobility and concealment. Taihang's mobility is average for a Tier 9 battleship. She's not sluggish, but she's not exactly chasing down destroyers either. Her turning circle and rudder shift are serviceable, which means you can dodge some incoming shells if you're paying attention, but don't expect to dance around torpedoes too easily. As for concealment, it's fair, not amazing, but not terrible either. With the right build, you can get her concealment down to a competitive level, allowing you to disengage when needed. So, what is the utility and playstyle? Now, here's where we start to see the cracks. Taihang lacks the surveillance radar hydroacoustic that many players rely on spotting DDs and, of course, incoming torpedoes. That is a big deal, especially in matches where destroyers are dictating map control. That said, she does come with deep water torpedoes, which have a long range and hit like a truck, but can't damage destroyers. They're great for aerial denial, punishing predictable battleships and cruiser movements. Just don't rely on them as your main weapon. She's a battleship and not a DD. Y'all, I'm looking at the Turpitz players out there. For captains, a survivability and concealment-focused build works well. You'll want fire prevention, concealment expert, and adrenaline rush as core skills. Tossing grease to gears to help with turret traverse. And you're looking pretty good at that point. You're good to go. As for upgrades, I recommend the following. Main Armament Modification 1, the first slot. Damage Control Mod 1, the second slot. Third, Aiming System Mod 1. Fourth, Damage Control Mod 2. And of course the next one, Concealment Mod. And lastly, Gunfire Control System Mod 2. Now, as for flags, you might want to consider the following: Juliet Yankee, India Yankee, Charlie Echo, Juliet Whiskey, Mike Yankee, Sierra Mike, November Foxtrot, and India Delta. Now, for captain skills, you might want to consider these options. The first 1-point skill I give is the most important. So 1, 2, 3, and point. First one's Gun Feeder. You're going to need that. 2, Grease the Gears because you need that for the turrets. 3, I would say Adrenaline Rush. 4, Concealment Expert. After these foundational skills, you might want to consider these next two. 4, a 4-point skill, Concealment Expert, and of course another 4-point skill, Fire Prevention. Also, this is kind of important to deal with torps. Look at the 2-point skill, Vigilance. It really does help battleships see torpedoes ahead of time, especially for deep water ones, which are very short duration being able to spot. So, final verdict. So, is Taihang worth adding to your collection? If you're a fan of long-range firepower, consistent main battery performance, and don't mind playing more cautious without radar hydro, then yeah, Taihang delivers a well-rounded, solid experience. It's a good boat in my opinion. She is not a frontline brawler, and she won't carry with utility alone. But in the hands of a smart, patient captain, she can be a real menace, especially late in the game when the battlefield starts to thin out. Let me know what you think about the Taihang in the comments. Have you picked her up yet, or are you holding out for more Santa crates later on in the year? or another battleship that might have your eye. And if you enjoyed this review, please don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe, and hit the bell icon so you won't miss another vid. As always, take care, stay safe, and bye for now.